Hello friends, myself Takshil Yadav. Today we are going to learn about adverbs. First of all, listen these sentences carefully. He talks frankly. You drive carefully. The weather is too hot. We know that the words too, carefully and frankly are adverbs because they tell us about the words talk. In the sentence, he talks frankly, the adverb frankly tells us about the way by which he talks. Means it tells us about the verb, that is talk. In the sentence, the weather is too hot. The adverb too tells us how much hot is the weather. Too much. And in the sentence, you drive carefully, the adverb carefully tells us about the verb drive, because in it we can know that you drive carefully. How do you drive? Carefully. Means it tells us about the verb, that is drive. So we can conclude from these sentences that an adverb is a word that qualifies or modifies a verb, an adjective or another adverb. It is known as an adverb. Or we can say that the verb that modifies a verb, adjective or another adverb is an adverb. Now its types. There are many types of adverbs. They are adverb of time, adverb of place, adverb of manner, adverb of degree, quantity, adverb of frequency, adverb of affirmation and negation, adverb of reason, adverb of interrogative adverbs and relative adverbs. So these are the 9 types of adverbs. Now their examples. First, adverb of time. Its examples are today, weekly, annually, yearly, monthly and many more. For example, in a sentence we can take that our school holds an annual function every year. Or our school holds programs annually. Now adverb of place. Its examples are here, there, up, down, far, near, up, outside, inside and many more. For example, there is a hospital near my house. So here the word near tells us the distance between the house and the hospital. Think that this is the hospital and this is the house. So the man says that the hospital is near his house. So this is the adverb of place because it tells us the distance, and distance comes under place. Now, third type, adverb of manner. Adverb of manner. Its examples are rarely, happily, rarely, happily, clearly, carefully, cheerily, quickly, swiftly, slowly and many more. For example, he runs slowly, he writes slowly and many more. But as you know, in the sentence he runs slowly, the adverb slowly tells us how does he run. It tells us the manner, his manner of running, his speed. So we can know that his speed is slow and the speed comes under manner. So these were the adverbs of manner. Now adverbs of degree or quantity. Their examples are very, rather, enough, nearly, almost, and many more. For example, you had rather consulted a physician. You had rather consulted a physician. So here rather, this sentence was the example of degree or quantity. Now adverb of frequency. Its examples are once, twice, daily, once, thrice, always, and many more. For example, he wakes up at 5 a.m. daily. So here the adverb daily tells us about the frequency, means how often. Daily, it tells us about his action. So it comes under adverb of frequency. Adverb of affirmation and negation. Its examples are yes, no, sure, certainly, surely, no, never, and there may be any, but these are the most common used. For example, if someone asks you like, are you feeling better? If you were ill, so you may say that yes, I am feeling a little better. So here yes is for affirmation. But if you said that no, I am feeling not better than before, here no is of negation. Yes tells us about anything that we accept or that is positive in thinking or in anything, and the negation tells us about any negative thinking. The thing is negative, it has a negative meaning. Now adverb of reason. They are hence, thus, so, therefore. For example, he has left the village, hence we cannot talk to him. So here the adverb hence tells us that it is the reason. The part of the sentence before it is that he left the village. So this is the reason, this is the reason due to which they cannot talk to him. Now interrogative adverbs. They are when, where, why, how much, how long, how many. For example, how many apples do you have? How many mangoes do you have? How many mangoes do you have? Where are you going? Why are you crying? So these are the examples of interrogative adjectives. Now relative adverbs. They are how long, how much, when, where, why, and many more. Now for example, relative adverbs. Their examples as I told you. Now I forgot to tell you about all these, their definition. Now their definitions. Adverb of time. It tells us when an action takes place. So adverb of time answers the question when. It answers the question when. Okay. Now adverb of place. It tells us where an action takes place. Where. So it answers the question where. It answers the question where. Now adverb of manner. It tells us how an action takes place. So it answers the question how. It answers the question how. Now adverb of degree and quantity. It tells us how much or to what degree or to what quantity. So the adverbs of degree or quantity answer the questions to what degree, how much, and many more. Adverb of frequency. They tell us how often an action takes place. So adverbs of frequency answer the question how often. Adverbs of affirmation and negation. These adverbs tell us about the positive and negative thinking of the answer of a question. It may be positive or it may be negative. The positive is affirmation and negative is negation. Okay, they answer the questions. They do not have any question. Adverbs of reason. They tell us what is the reason of anything. Like as I told you, he went away from the village, so we cannot talk to him. Here he went away from the village is the reason why we cannot talk to him. Interrogative adverbs. These adverbs are used to ask questions. These adverbs are used to ask questions. The adverbs used in it are also known as question words. And relative adverbs. Relative adverbs at the same time modify a verb and as well as join two sentences. They join as well as modify a verb. They join two sentences and modify a verb. They are known as relative adverbs. So this was the introduction to adverbs. So thank you friends for watching my video, and if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe my YouTube channel Takshil Yadav. And if you want to see more videos just like this, subscribe my YouTube channel Takshil Yadav. Jai Hind!